Okay, now we're going to try and, not try, we are going to apply the Acrylic-Werks polish to the hull of the boat. I don't know the angle that you can see. I'll let you come back and pan back down before I get started. You will see that I think some different materials have been used to try and clean this boat in the past, because if you come back all the way to this side here, you can just look down there and see that it's in suspect shape in some areas. So we're going to do a square section of this with the Acrylic-Werks polish and see where we can get this back to a new looking shape. So I'm going to use a little more polish since we're going to do a pretty good sized area. And this should strip off any of the old wax or any of the other products that have been used to clean this. And again, if you can use or know how to use a buffer, we would certainly encourage you to do that, because that is the best way to do it. So I'm going to go to the white. So this corner here. And notice I'm going in a north-south, east-west direction. I'm not doing the swirling thing like you would with the wax. The other thing I want people to notice is we are doing this in direct sunlight. Actually, the hotter the surface, the better it is, the easier it is to clean. The paint pores more open, and it's easy to clean off contaminants off of this. But there are some scrapes back here that it's not getting off at this point. You may need to use some other type of cleaner to get that, but once you do it, this is what you'll want to apply afterwards. I just pulled off a very light layer of some type of probably wax or whatever was used on this boat originally. So I'm not pulling off a lot of contaminants, not pulling off a lot of dead paint, but certainly have cleaned it back to where it's going to be a very nice shine, finish, and protected, so that other contaminants from the water, from being out at the docks, won't stick to it as easily. Certainly your salt spray won't stick to it as easily, which is what really mainly happens on this. But I'm really putting up a nice shine here. I'm going to go over it one more time. And again, with a large surface like this, we definitely recommend a buffer. You apply it the same manner, keeping this is a slightly damp rag, so you have either a slightly damp buffing pad, or just use a spray bottle to keep the surface slightly damp as you apply this. It's not doing anything to the decals, but certainly is making the surface come back to a really nice shine. I think I'm about done here. And this should stay on. Again, I've seen it on cars last at least a year. Now you are in salt water. We do recommend using the Acrylic-Werks polish as a wash for your boat, and that kind of reactivates it and reapplies it in kind of a more diluted form. It's water soluble. There are no abrasives. You're not going to put any swirl marks or any scratch marks or any micro abrasions in your boat hull or in your gel coat, but it will take it back down to a new finish. So I think I'm done there. I now have a water. This is just a plain rag with water on it. You apply a water sheen to the surface. That sets the acrylic polish, and then you come back with a buffing towel, or if you're buffing, a buffing pad, and buff the area that you've just cleaned and polished out. And this is basically like a brand new Grady White finish. I used to own a Grady White. I can attest to the fact that these things clean up very well. They're very well made boats, very well put together boats. And this gel coat is basically like new. So if you want to come back and pan around to the back again, all the way over to the side, you can really see the difference. Spot here. Like Acrylic-Werks on a Grady White hull.